Next thing we want to do is go ahead and create models within our project that will ultimately represent the tables that are created in our SQL Server database. I'm going to go ahead and create a models folder. And then go ahead and create our first model. And it's going to be simply a new class. Whoops, I should have selected class, my apologies. And we'll call it student. Make it singular, not plural. Go ahead and open up your models code. Oops. When we create the enrollments model, we will actually create a student ID, which will be the foreign key that relates back to the public key of this student model ID. Let's go ahead and create our enrollment model. Once again, singular. Okay, go ahead and type out the following columns and also relationships to other entities, or excuse me, models. And you'll notice that in this case we have two other models. We have a course model and a student model. And what this means is basically we're going to have one course and one model, and all the properties associated with the model are available to this enrollment. The enrollment ID is the primary key for this particular enrollment model. The course ID and student ID are foreign keys to the course model and the student model's primary key ID. Notice that we did use the actual name of the model enrollment followed by ID, and in student we only used ID. We could have used a student ID in the previous model, and generally you want to stay consistent. But for our demonstrations, I did not. The question mark at the end of the grade class here indicates that that grade can actually be a nullable grade, so therefore a grade is not necessarily required when creating an instance of this enrollment. I will also, for the benefit of creating a grade, add our public enum and just create the various grade letters. And finally, for the last model that we're going to create at this moment, we're going to go ahead and go here to models, add new class, and in our new class, let's create a course model. Okay, in this example, we're going to go ahead and type the following columns and relationships within our class. In this case, we actually have students, many students, that may have enrollments of this particular course. So we're actually creating or instituting a collection, allowing this particular model to exist in many different enrollments in terms of relationship. Also, you'll notice that we have a red squiggly under here. Let me see if I can actually add it. Quick actions. And then I can go ahead and add the library necessary to support this particular call. And notice that it goes away and it adds the data annotations schema here at the top. And the specific reason that we have this data annotation is that we want course ID to be specified in our app in code, as opposed to having the data storage architecture such as a relational database management system, SQL Server, auto-incrementing and creating a course ID. This may be valuable in the event that a course ID is specific to a college or university, such as our case, maybe our C#, COP 2360. And that's it for now for this section of our learning.